great treat.
It's like a drive-in movie.
So Chris pretty much gave all the intro that I needed to say. So yeah, I'm introducing Leslie Donaldson and Lisa Lonwan, who are both in the film. And yeah, we're just going to do a little intro and basically ask how you guys got involved with it. And also, I think you guys worked on Happy Birthday to Me together. So I guess ask how well you knew each other.
Deadly Eyes.
Yes, it was, but how well you knew each other going into to Deadly Eyes.
We knew each other.
Well,
I mean, we didn't hang
with
out.
We had breakfast with your
My grandmother, yeah. Like we didn't really. I mean, we
did
did
because on Happy Birthday to Me, I fell out with somebody else.
No?
To be honest.
And she was underage, and at that age,
Yeah.
you didn't hang out
I
with
was
people
16.
that were like. So you were under 16.
No, I was 16 when I made that Happy Birthday to Me. But my
You still
grandmother
had
was
it.
my chaperone.
You still had to have
Yeah, and I was always trying to get rid of her.
She
You know,
was
like-
always trying.
I love my grandmother. She was always
always
trying
trying
to
to
dump
dump
her
her grandmother.
hang out with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then we knew each other from the business, so that's why we didn't really have to like.
Yeah.
You know, we had a rapport.
And we
anyway.
we would get auditions against each other, but
Yeah.
only in Canada, right? Because we're not the same at all.
No.
There's like no similarity at all, but only in Canada we do. Like, whereas in Los Angeles, when I go in, there's 100,000 girls, like with blonde hair, blue eyes, right?
Anyway.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, Deadly Eyes. How did you get involved with that?
we got auditions.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did the audition. And that was the only thing and I didn't know this until you told me this, that it was the only movie being made in it.
So only
In
movie,
Canada.
like so people think I moved to LA to become a star, but I only moved to LA to get paid on my movies, because all these movies I made in Canada, I never got paid any ancillary rates, which is DVD, VHS, television. And also you get unemployment down there, but also at the time the work was very seasonal. There was only work in the summertime, and Canadian actors don't get unemployment insurance.
No.
And then, so there was all of that. It was the only movie being shot in the entire country. And let's face it, it was a movie about giant dogs dressed up as rats. So I said, it's time to go to Hollywood. So I left, and Leslie stayed.
I stayed. And then I left later.
But so she stayed, and we never got to play pals.
Yeah, yeah. But when I met you again, it was like we picked up where, like
40 years later,
Yeah.
we both moved back to Canada.
Yeah.
And we picked up where we left. Actually, no.
Was it
how we got
California?
reunited? I saw this thing on Facebook. This is the beauty of Facebook. And Leslie was going to do a Q&A for Quentin Tarantino's. They were doing a retrospective, 2 of Leslie's movies at the New Beverly Cinema, which is this art house cinema that he took over and renovated.
And he loves Bill Fruitt, so he was showing 3 Bill Fruitt movies, and one of them was Funeral Home. So I get a text message from him saying, "Oh, we're doing a retrospective on October, and I'm just letting you know." And I said, "Does that mean you want me to come there, like this?" And he's, "Oh yeah, if you're in town, it'd be great if you stop by and do a Q&A." So I flew out there.
Yeah, and I said, "Hey, I got a place where you can stay."
Yeah.
But it was so hard because suddenly, like, Leslie was an adult. And she had this adult voice. She had an adult voice, because she was so young, underage when I worked with her. But we picked up where we left off. And so then I decided to move back because I got offered this dream job to produce like Moses Neimer's Idea City, which is like a TED Talk. And I just thought, this is so much better than acting. And then Leslie moved back, and we got together, and that was it. Yeah,
it's cool.
And then here we are with Chris Alexander.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, I see a few people in our age group here. But remember when you would walk into class and this machine was set up, how exciting it was, how excited you get? It was like, oh my God, we're gonna see a movie.
Do you remember how cool that was though?
Yeah.
It was gonna be a good day, right? You would see something interesting, right?
And that's how it is
Or you're just
tonight.
gonna fuck around.
That's how it is tonight, to see that machine and that reel.
Oh,
Is
it's just so great,
yeah,
It's all
retro,
those little
yeah.
cameras that they film now.
And like those old days, we don't know how this will play out. The film may break.
It's all good.
And that was
The ball
exciting.
may pop, which it does, and I have balls. Don't worry.
Oh,
We
it's
may-
so
we may be
exciting.
taking a few intermissions.
No, Chris, we know you're only doing
I
it.
have some scotch tape and a pair of reader glasses, so.
Well, I know it's
Chris is only
survived
doing
5 times so far.
He's
that I
only
know
doing
of,
the
so.
break so we get more alcohol.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then the second half, after the break, we're gonna laugh even more. We're gonna have a few more drinks.
Yeah, yeah. Anything